Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. These readings are totally free. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general message, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card that is kind of showing us in the middle of some kind of like mental decision-making process, where we're trying to find an intuitive answer to like a rational problem. Yeah, I think we see the little crescent moon at the top there because it's reminding us that the deliberation that we have mentally is very useful. It's good to weigh the options. It's good to kind of see things from different angles, to look at different points of view, to kind of circle around and think about stuff and explore all the different options and ideas. But the final decision comes from our intuition, because the two is reminding us that all thoughts really do is beget more thoughts. Thinking gives birth to thinking, to more thinking, more thinking, more thinking. That's what the thoughts do. They multiply, right? Like bunny rabbits. So at the end of the day, we make our decision based on this intuitive wisdom, because we can extrapolate out that direction and that direction. Doesn't seem like anything really is all that different, right? It's a lot of pros and cons, but the final decision is this intuitive thing for you. Okay? So I feel like you're really, and to me, it's a pretty Libra energy anyway. This is about you trying to make your decisions using more intuition and less of the less reliance on our rational intellectual mind, still employing the logical rational mind to sort of to explore everything, but then in a quiet moment of meditation to get the answer. So I like that. We got to put this into some context though to see what is going on with your life. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, that's it. The biggest win that changes everything. And this is how you're getting that. This is how you're going to become successful. If you follow your intuition here, you're going to get the big win. You're going to get the wealth. You're going to get the perfection, the completion of this thing. 4 of Pentacles. We have a Princess of Wands, a 7 of Wands. I see you've been struggling with this for a little bit. We have a Princess of Pentacles in the future position. I love that Princess of Pentacles because it's telling me that something is just about ready to like break forth, because this is kind of like a dead of winter. It's dry, barren, desolate, right? Just about to spring forth with life. Something is getting ready to be born into the world through you. Maybe literally. I don't know if you're expecting a child or someone in your life is expecting a child. If you are, congratulations. But I think congratulations are in order anyway, because it feels like you are succeeding in whatever your will and intention and whatever your focus, whatever your work has been, it's paying off. Okay? And that deserves all of the congratulations. Let's see some good water energy on the path of the Serpent. Yeah? We see the Wheel of Fortune. We see a 10 of Swords. We see a Knight of Wands and some Leo energy, some lust and strength at the end here, but no water energy. No water energy yet, okay? Maybe it hasn't quite hit you that, that this is real. And I wonder too if this is, kind of talking about very active energy versus the sort of passive and receptive energy. Because I think that the intuition, that 2 of Swords, right, the peace of mind, the kind of like turning off the mind and letting the intuition take over, is kind of being crowded by all of the fiery, cards that we see. Even the air energy itself is very active. So the message there seems to be, don't let your your striving, your active, positive energy, or your thinking get in the way of your intuition right now. Your intuition is what's going to lead you to the transformation of your life into an empress life, right? Not gender specific, but the Princess of Pentacles becomes the empress. When something is born through us, we're kind of responsible for it. This is the potential. And this is saying that you're putting everything you have into this landscape with the belief, with the passion, with the certainty that this is going to grow into a very abundant thing. This could be a relationship, could be a business, could be an art form, it could be a new job, a new career, could be a friend, could be a family thing, could be a child, could be a pet, a plant, or a person. This is what we're going to invest in. This is something that has the potential, right, to become that best life, to become that empress. Okay, and I wonder if the Ten of Pentacles is sort of symbolizing the fact that you're going to put everything you have, all of your resources, into this. Everything you've got, you're doing it, right? And this is an energy that is pregnant with this wonderful success. It's like the Princess of Pentacles is about to become a mom. Okay, and again, it's not gender specific. I think it's representing this idea that we all have a potential, that everything has a potential energy to it. Okay, and the decision is whether or not I'm supposed to invest what I have in that to bring out that potential. Okay, so we have to have like the sort of active and passive elements there. And I think that you're the one doing the investing. I think you're the one that's doing the hard work. I think you've been doing the hard work, and it is paying off. You have facilitated something reaching its full potential, whether it's your financial life, your physical health and well-being, whether it's the relationship, whether it's the business or the department that you work in, whether it is giving birth to the book that you've been writing, or the piece of music that's been, the song that you've been trying to sing for so long. It's happening now, and congratulations are definitely in order. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot, the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Tiny Bob Ross, happy little Bob. I should get another camera that just looks down at the mystery card. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'm the kind of person that, like, every once in a while I just feel like I need something new. Like I want to do something different. But I also realize that I can't change too much, or too quickly. So I'm thinking maybe I just get another camera, and then I can have more fun, showing some different angles of things. I think it would be pretty cool. But let's take a look around the room here. If you have a prediction for this card, put that in the comments. Let's use that intuition, okay? That's what Spirit's calling on right now. So maybe this is a good way to practice. We've got, we've got a little bit of major arcana. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Strength or Lust card, right? So it's kind of like these are the two things that you really need. Okay, this is, I think that there is great potential here for you. You know that you're meant for great things. I think that if you put in the work, and if you stay disciplined, and if you stay committed, and you keep yourself motivated, even when there's no water energy here, even when it's not like, it doesn't feel good at the moment, you still manage to keep yourself disciplined and motivated. Spirit's going to kick in and provide the other half. Okay, so between the Wheel of Fortune and the Lust card, to me it feels like because of your efforts, your commitment, your discipline, your will, your passion and motivation, you're spinning the wheel. You're getting the Wheel of Fortune moving. Okay, and it's going to start spinning in your favor. So when I forget what this quote is from, but it's something that, once you commit to something with everything you have and you put in the work, the hand of providence will move in your favor, right? Spirit responds to your efforts. Spirit sees what you're doing, and Spirit is going to conspire to help you, right? And we call that luck. We call that chance. We call that kind of a fluke. We call it serendipity or synchronicity or destiny. Okay? And I think because of all this fire and air and your ability to sort of hone in on your intuition, and you let your intuition guide you rather than relying on just our kind of our beliefs, our thought process, and, well, that 10 of Swords out here. I think that you're putting in the right amount of effort in the right way. Spirit's going to conspire. The universe is going to come together to give you the people, places, and things that you need, the resources that you need on your path. Okay? You're getting this Wheel of Fortune moving. So it's a combination between your efforts and Spirit. Yeah, your effort and your destiny kind of working together. Yeah, you're a co-creator. Then we've got, of course, fire, fire, fire. No water. We got air and air. We've got earth and earth and earth. So it's very interesting to me that we have fire, 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 earth, earth, earth. Because fire and earth, that combination of elements, is the process of manifestation. Fire to earth. It's the spiritual electrical circuit of creation. Okay? You are a creator. Fire to earth, above to below, inside to outside, heaven to earth. Fire to earth. Inspiration to implementation, will to action, impulse to behavior. It's that electrical circuit. Well, what gets in the way of that? Well, the human heart and mind, the thinking and the feeling. You have fire at the top, you've got to go through the water and the air to get to the earth. So our heart and our mind has to be the perfect conductor of the electricity. Okay, otherwise it's not going to happen. Otherwise the fire is not going to reach the earth. The manifestation, the intention, the will is not going to crystallize and manifest on the physical plane. Okay? It has to go through the heart and the mind. Well, I kind of feel like right now your Two of Swords is you trying to harmonize your thoughts and your feelings. And sort of harmonizing the heart-mind activates the intuition, right? And leads us forward. Otherwise, you've got chaos in your mind. You've got thoughts that lead nowhere. Okay, you got a lot of plans that don't materialize. So we don't want our heart or our mind to interfere with this process of what? Fire to earth. Fire to earth. Okay, fire to earth here. So this is what you are doing. You are a manifester, and you're understanding that it is not just an intellectual process for you. It's not just a matter of planning things out and sort of following the plan. There's an intuitive spiritual component to things. Now the 10 of Pentacles is your best life. And I think that your intuition is leading you to your best life. Sometimes the Two of Swords is related to the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is always leading you to your best life. And the High Priestess is the full moon. This is us trying to calm down the intellectual part of our mind in order to follow that intuitive light, that lunar light that's sort of psychic, emotional, very intuitive. So this is, to me, that effort that we have to tune into our intuition, to tune into the starlight, to adjust ourselves and align ourselves to our North Star, to our intuition, to our High Priestess, in order to manifest the goal, to manifest our best life here. So I feel like there's a real surge of good fortune coming your way. I feel like you're making decisions right now that are guided by the intuition, and that's the process. That's what you're sort of working on right now. And it's leading you toward a lot of profit, a lot of abundance, a lot of wealth, okay? And I think very much it's a financial thing, okay? Great, good fortune coming your way, all right? Use your intuition here, and also understand understand what you've been investing in, okay? And what the implications of that are going into the future. Now, in the immediate future, you're going to have to really You're going to have to crystallize something. Something is being born through you. There's a physical component here that needs to be acted on. Okay? You're getting the resources. You're going to create your best life, but you've got to channel this thing into the realm of physical reality. Okay? You got to give birth to it. Okay? Maybe literally, but probably metaphorically. And with that comes the assumption of responsibility for that thing. Okay, so in your immediate future, you're sort of using your intuition to figure out how do I birth this thing into the world, and how do I take care of it? How do I nurture it? How do I make it grow? Okay, and so, we could be talking financial investments, or the business, or the career stuff, or the work stuff, and vocation, like that sort of thing. Okay. In the past position, the recent past, I think you had a lot of experimentation. I think that you had been a person that started a lot of fires, didn't really ever finish them. I feel like you dabbled in a lot of things. You started a lot of new things. Maybe you started a lot of little businesses. You started a lot of YouTube channels. You diversified. You experimented. And a lot of those things just kind of fizzled out. Okay? I wonder, this kind of reminds me of the last reading that we did for you. But I feel like this was a very important period of time for you, where you're experimenting. You're throwing a lot of stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, right? And the things that stick, those are the things that are getting your attention, You throw a lot of seeds into the ground. You water them all. You give them all good sunlight and stuff. Give them the love. The ones that grow, the ones that sprout, make it through the soil, those are the ones that are going to get your attention, right? Those are the ones that you're going to either transplant to a larger garden bed, or those are the ones that are going to get the extra love and care, the extra attention. So the Princess of Wands is kind of impulsive, kind of jumps into things. This is an energy that likes to go around the house starting a lot of little projects, right? Doesn't really finish them. Kind of moves on to something else rather quickly. And I think this was very, very good for you. I think as long as that's being led by your intuition, then you're going to find these are the things that get your attention, right? This is you throwing a lot of things at the wall, planting a lot of seeds. This is you using your intuition to decide which ones of those things, which YouTube channels, which businesses, which ideas, right? It's ideas. Which ones deserve all of your resources, all of your attention? That's the one, right? Like I had the idea, I'm going to start a bunch of YouTube channels, And I have a couple other ones. I've got a bedtime story one, and a couple other things going, but they don't really get that much of my attention. This is the one that gets everything. This is my Princess of Pentacles, This is the one that I am ushering into the world, and it's my responsibility to take care of it and to focus on it and give it as much of my time, effort, energy, and or money that I can. Right? I'm always investing. I'm always reinvesting in this. Okay? And so this is the idea, the impulse, this is the behavior, this is the materialization, this is the baby being born. This is, all of the different ideas you have, and this is the one that's actually going to produce the fruit. Okay? And, of course, you're using your intuition to decide which one to do. That makes total sense to me. And the result of that is going to be, great wealth, right? It's going to be the one that's going to give you the most return on your investment. Let's say you got a dozen business ideas, and you're gonna experiment with each one a little bit, but then you kind of have to use your intuition, and you gotta think about it, and then you gotta try to turn down the thoughts and just, what is Spirit telling you? Because one of those ideas is going to stand out more than the others. One of those things is going to say, okay, that's the one. That's the one that's going to make me rich. That's the one that's going to make my life. That's the one that's going to bear all the fruit. That's the one that's going to bring the coins, right? That's the one that has the most potential for the return. The one that can grow the biggest. The one that can maybe the one that has the best chance of being accepted by the publisher, or, the one that can grow the strongest and the biggest, okay, for you, whatever we're talking about here. So it's sort of a selection process in a way. Down beneath the surface, you have the Four of Pentacles. I think you've got really good habits in your life. I think you're somebody that kind of knows, you know how to do things. Yeah. This is a good foundation. I think you have a lot of skills. You have a lot of good habits and good routines in your life. And these are qualities that we have, like patience and like a work ethic and, maybe technical savvy or, interpersonal skills, right? These are things that you've developed in yourself that you could take them to any old job, any company, anything, anywhere, and they'd be very useful. It's not specialized knowledge, okay? This is a very foundational stuff, like communication and that sort of thing. You're good at math. Like, these are foundational skills, right, that are going to help you in anything you do. And I think this is it's important that you have this foundation. I think that this really could be, talking about your financial foundation. Okay, if this is a money thing, this is the money that you start with. It's kind of like your seed money. And you think, okay, well, which thing do I put my money into, right? Where can I best apply the resources that I have currently, where it's going to give me more than double what I put in, right? More than double. Like, what is it, 2.5 times? Something like that. So I feel like this is us knowing what we have. This is us knowing ourselves. Knowing in a way what we have to offer, what we're good at. And so this is kind of like, this is underneath the surface. This isn't something that we're saying, okay, I'm good at math. Maybe I should do something math related, right? I think it's kind of like you've what's the good analogy here? I can't think of a good analogy. I think that you were raised in a way that taught you a lot of like fundamental things, right, about like what it means to be like an adult. I think that you're a responsible person. I think that you are practical and pragmatic. I think that I feel like you know how to do a lot of things. I feel like you know how to take care of things. You know how to balance a checkbook. You know how to fix a toilet. You know how to change the oil in a car. Like, you're handy in that way. You've got a lot of really great qualities about you. I think that you also have the ability to kind of control yourself. Like, you learned how to handle money. You learned what it means to budget yourself, right? And so when we have something like a Princess of Wands, even with the Seven of Wands, when we talk about that, it feels like this is a risk. Okay? It feels like this is something that when we think of it logically, it's almost as if logic would tell us, don't do anything, keep what you have. Don't do this, don't do anything with this. Don't invest in anything. Right? And so we're fighting with ourselves. We're kind of going against what we've been taught in life. This kind of, I don't know, almost a conservative kind of, we're protecting what we have, just keep it in the mattress kind of thing, Of course, the Princess of Wands is out here just, in a way, just kind of throwing money around, we could be talking about time, effort, and energy. Not necessarily money, but probably some money too, right? That we've been spending money on all these different things, and it goes against our logical sort of belief in the world, where it's just like, no, I shouldn't be doing that, because that's, I'm going to deplete what resources I have. But the idea here is that we're going to find that one thing that's going to be the central focus, and it's going to pay us back for all all the kind of the initial investments that we have to make. You know, because you plant a dozen seeds, you're giving time and effort and energy to each one of those. Most of them aren't going to go anywhere. Most of you put $5 in there and it's gone, right? You're not going to get it back. It's not going to grow. It's not going to become anything. But you're going to find the one that's going to give you back not only the $5 you put in for that seed, I guess they're very expensive seeds, but it's going to pay you back for all the other experiments that you did too. It's kind of like this is kind of the research and development sort of phase of it, right? And the Seven of Wands is kind of the odds here. And in a way, we're sort of playing the odds because we feel like, okay, if I have a dozen ideas, you know, I can narrow it down to one using my intuition, not weighing the pros and cons because we know how the mind works. But I can find the one that's going to, you know, the odds are there will be something there that I can devote my time to, and it's going to work. Okay, this is kind of this is the card that is us fighting no matter what, that we are not giving up. There's no throwing in the towel here, you know, and it kind of is. Well, it's like that when you invest something. When you invest your time or your effort or your energy into something, it's kind of like it has to work now. I've got to figure it out. There's no challenge. There are no odds too great that are going to force me to quit. Okay? So I feel like we kind of put ourselves into a position where something has to work because we've taken the risk. It's like we've already signed up for the race. We've already paid the money. I'm going to go do the race. You know, we've already invested the money, so now there's no turning back. Okay, so I feel like that's what the Seven of Wands is, and I feel like it's our belief that following our intuition here, we can I don't know if we're beating the odds or playing the odds or whatever. I'm not a gambler. I don't know those phrases really, but I feel like this is us giving this everything that we have. Okay, and it's a Leo energy. It's a Mars in Leo, so this is fighting no matter what. And I think that's the passion that we see here when we have the combination between all of your devotion, commitment, all of your passion, all of your willpower and discipline, and this fight, this Mars and Leo fight. This is all this. Okay, and then the Wheel of Fortune is, well, here you're being rewarded. Well, here's the jackpot. Here are the odds now turning in your favor. It's working, okay? This method, this approach that you've had to your life is going to pay off. Okay, let's talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. These readings are totally free. Wheel of Fortune. It's luck, serendipity, and I wonder if, you know, lately we've been feeling like we're kind of at the bottom of the wheel. Okay. Luck is turning in your favor. You have the wheel has been kind of rusted shut, right? And you sort of grabbed it and you just cranked it and you loosened it up and now it's spinning in your favor, okay? I feel very soon you're going to be at the top of the wheel. And I think that you've always known that you're meant for something great. You've always had this feeling like, if I could just find the thing, if I could just find what it is, then I know I could be great at it. And I know that like I'd be successful, I'd be happy, I'd be on top of the world, on top of the wheel, you know. And I think that it is through your effort and your devotion and this never give up, never quit attitude and your willingness to kind of go against the beliefs that you have in life, to go against the kind of, it's almost like I don't think they would kind of call that, it's counterintuitive, right? But I kind of feel like it is very intuitive. You're going against what your rational mind would say, no, let's not do that. That's too risky. You're saying, I got to take a chance. You know, your soul is telling you, there's no other way. We have to try. Okay? And it's paying off for you. The Wheel of Fortune is expansion, that we are growing, okay? That our world is getting larger and larger and larger. So to me, it feels like you invest a 4 of Pentacles, you're getting, because of the expansion, right? You're getting a 10 of Pentacles. To me, that's a pretty good return on the investment. But the Ten of Swords in the position of the environment, in the position of your relationships, okay? I think that you're somebody who has you've had to end some relationships recently. I think that you're very much trying to surround yourself with people that are going to keep your energy up, that are going to encourage you. Like I think there's been a focus on that. You're somebody that I think you're recognizing that you don't need relationships just to have them. So there's kind of a shift toward quality over quantity. Yeah. This card is about endings. This is a card about getting away from things that are limiting us. It's the birdcage. This is us getting out of the birdcage. This is about us spreading our wings and flying, soaring, right? And so there have been things that have been limiting you, and sometimes this is a belief system. Getting out of this false belief that says, no, I'm not meant for great things. I just need to stay humble. I just need to do little, just be content. I need to find out how to live with less and just be okay with it. I'm not meant for anything great. I'm not meant to do big things. Just kind of like the belief that we're meant to be insignificant. This is sometimes a belief that life is pointless. And you have had to battle those thoughts. And that's part of our Two of Swords too, battling those thoughts, right? Trying to turn off the mind. Especially when that mind says, nah, I'm just going to give up. This is pointless. I've already spent $20 on all these seeds. None of them are going to grow. I should just cut my losses and quit. You know, it's pointless. This is the card. It's pointless, literally. All the swords in this card, they're all broken and damaged. All the points are chipped off of them. You know? And so it's maybe starting to feel like, well, life is pointless. And I think this is part of that belief system that we've had to break out of. You know, and I wonder if who is it in your life that when you tell them these big ideas that you have, they're just like, no, you should just be content with what you have and don't aim so high. Who's told you that in your life? Don't aim so high. Okay, I feel like we're rejecting that. Okay, I feel like we're rejecting that. Who's the T name? There's someone with a letter T for their initials, first or last name. Yeah, I don't know who that person is. There's an image of somebody by a window. I don't know what the significance of the window is. Unless it could be a symbolic image, a metaphor, but there's somebody that sort of sits by the window or there's an image of somebody staring out a window. Yeah. It relates to the birdcage, I guess, right? Realizing that there's more out there. Realizing that I don't have to listen to what everybody tells me, and I don't have to certainly start believing it myself. That it's pointless for me to want more in life. That it's pointless for me to think that I could be successful. Like, how dare you tell me that? How dare you instill that in me, you know? So what we have instead is kind of trusting the intuition. We've got the fire energy here, and it's similar to our Princess of Wands, but it's a more mature Knight of Wands. It's fire on fire. It's a lot of activity. It is really kind of rushing forward and trusting in something, trusting in ourselves, trusting in the intuition, trusting in the momentum. Over here, it's kind of dabbling. We're taking risks. We're experimenting here and here and here and here. But once we find the thing that seems to be telling us, yes, this is the one, then we're sort of jumping in with everything we've got. See, we're holding the Ace of Wands. We're not dabbling around, trying to experiment. We're not throwing stuff at the wall. We're doing the one thing with everything we've got. Okay? And this is sort of the fear. The fear is like, okay, I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket, and this better work. Otherwise, I'm going to be out the $20 for all the seeds I bought. Otherwise, I'm going to sort of, I'm going to deplete what resources I have, you know. So this is the obstacle. The obstacle here is us trusting in this and letting ourselves be whisked away by the horse. You know, the horse and the rider here have to be one unit. Okay, otherwise the horse is rushing off, but the rider is like not sure and going to fall off. Or the horse can kind of sense our trepidation, and then the horse starts to get nervous, and the whole thing falls apart. So this is us trusting our intuition and rushing forward into this with literally everything we have, no hesitation. This is that initiation. This is a cardinal fire energy that says once we sort of decide intuitively what we're going to do and what this baby is, we're off and running, full speed ahead. Okay? And it's very possible that you've already done all of this. And now it's time to reap the rewards. Okay? It is your discipline and your commitment and your ability to stay focused on this for the long term, especially when there's no water energy, when it feels like, this isn't really feeling so good. Maybe I should just quit. Maybe I should cut my losses and go home. No, this is that passion that says, I am here, I am doing it no matter what. This is the collection of all of the other fire energies that we saw. Okay? This is the discipline. And again, it's kind of a Mars in Leo. This is that Leo energy. This is your confidence, your enthusiasm, sustained over a long period of time, proving that you're serious about this. And then guess what? That's when the wheel of fortune starts moving in your favor. Right? That's when spirit starts turning up the synchronicities, turning up the good fortune, the serendipity, the meaningful coincidences, right? Turning up the odds in your favor. Let's look at the mystery card. Empress or High Priestess or a 9 or a 10 of Cups. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see. Well, it's a Queen of Cups. It's water on water. This is all the water, right? This is, I think, a real satisfaction that in this universe of possibilities, you have found the thing that really speaks to this is you now with the baby, right? Holding the baby, loving the baby, right? Feeling good in this sort of energy. And to me, this is absolutely wonderful. Your investment in this, see, this is kind of holding the baby too, right? Holding that Ace of Pentacles. This is you holding that Ace of Cups. What you have chosen to do now is rewarding you infinitely. Okay? So we have all the water here. We've got the source of all the love and joy in the entire universe. And it's right here in this cup in your hands because you have invested in yourself, really. And whatever is the kind of external activity or business or project or whatever it is. You've invested in yourself, you've trusted yourself, and it is paying you back. It is rewarding you with such joy and abundance and love and a depth of meaning, a sense of purpose. Yeah. And this is your baby, and you're going to love the baby, and the baby's going to love you. It really is wonderful. Yeah, I'm so happy that we got the water energy after all this fire and the air and the challenge, the difficulty and the trepidation, right? We got all this tranquility, all this love, and all this joy. Now let's do an extended reading. We're going to do an Jing hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link up top and there's a link down below. New readings for Libra on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. These readings are totally free. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.